This should be working now. Let's see if that is. Let's see. All right. Cool. Wow, that was weird. All right. Hey, there we go. All right, cool. Let me mute that now. All right. So, hello. Are
Hello.
you guys there? I know I'm a little crooked, but deal with it because we moved around the.
Sorry.
Yeah. So. Hey, there we go. Someone is actually here. Yay. Hello, Jared. All right. That was weird. We actually started this totally on time, and then it just took forever for it to say it was live.
Yeah, I don't know.
It took way longer than it ever has.
I went in the other room and looked at the event and like moved to a different tab, and then magically you appeared. Like I didn't do anything. I didn't change nothing.
It probably just clicked.
Yeah.
So. All right. Well, here, I suppose I ought to post that we're live, although I would think that people would know that because the other post, but there should be more than just Jared, I would think, at this point. But not to say that we need more than Jared, because there's Jared. So what you got, people? What do y'all want to talk about tonight? Other than that JC's yeah. All right, here, let me post this real quick. I'm just going to link it this way. All right, hold on. Take that off of public. That is there. And there. All right, so everyone should be notified. So there's no excuse for people not to go. And here, you got to read this.
Whatever.
He is a special
matter.
kind of special, isn't
Yeah.
he? Wow. All right. Hey. Oh, hey, Andrew. All right. Sounds pretty soft. Okay. All right. Then hold on. We will change that. Amanda, change because it's YouTube, remember, it's not.
Right. So what do I need to do?
The two gains. Turn them both up.
Oh, okay.
Hold on 1 second, y'all.
What?
Wow.
That was the gain. You told me to turn all the way up.
I didn't say all the way.
Oh, I thought you did.
Oh my God. Hopefully y'all, that wasn't too loud for y'all. 10 o'clock. So pointing to, there you go. Just there. How's that? How's that? Is that any better? Wow.
Sorry if I broke everybody's ears. Sorry.
Listen.
I thought that's what you said.
All right. So how's that? Is that better for everybody? All 4 of y'all that are watching? Although the delay that we're on, this could be really bad. I don't know. So, all right. So here, I'm going to start counting right? And you guys somebody type something when you hear me counting. All right. So type like number 1 or something. Right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right. Wow. So it's about a 20-second delay. That's horrible tonight. So I don't know if that's a YouTube issue, if our internet's off now. But anyway. Wow. All right. Yeah. All right. Stop.
Well, he's gonna go to 20 because it's a while.
All right. So unless you guys want to, is it still low? Amanda turned us both up a little bit. So actually, that being so loud, I'm gonna take those off. I don't need them. So what do y'all want to talk about tonight other than JC Lawrence is a total douche canoe? I'm sorry for those that like him. I sent him a message saying, dude, that you brought nothing to the conversation. and that's why I'm deleting. It's our guild.
Mm-hmm.
It's a thank you video to everybody that supported the
Yes.
show. This is a guy who refuses to join the guild anyways on principle because he's JC Lawrence. His response is, and yet, functionally clickbait whether or not you need it. An opaque, semantically null link to unknown content with a vague call to action. How is that not clickbait? You are the epitome of a fucking troll at this point. You bring nothing to the conversation. So, all right, turn it up. Turn it up to halfway, Amanda. All right. So hopefully that's a little bit better. So we were recording the podcast before this, so that's why we had those so low.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right. All right. So what do y'all want to talk about tonight? We don't come with nobody sends us questions, so we don't have anything for you guys other than I have 9 pages for tonight's episode prep. It's going to be a 2-hour episode. Amanda's going to be up late because it's going to be 7 o'clock before. No, it's going to be 8 o'clock.
Before I can even start
Editing.
editing.
That's a shame, huh? All right, good.
I
Glad
don't
to
know.
hear it.
I'm not
All
quite
right,
sure
cool.
why I'm getting the blinkies, but
Oh, just should have done this earlier. But it is what it is. So, all right. So what do y'all want to talk about? Other than it finally sounds better. I feel like they'll win in a staring contest. The camera doesn't blink. Yes, you may be ready for HeavyCon, Kyle. I do not feel like we are. Still a lot of games still to show up for giveaways. Everything's pretty much ordered and ready, and we actually talk about this in the episode. Everything that can be done is done. It's just I'm anxious for it to be here and done all at the same time, if that makes sense. So, hey, there we go. All right. Oh, hey, Scotty. How come you're not up here saying hi? You could be on the stream on this side. If you're going to be that close. What game would I like to see a sequel to? Wow, that's really a good question. Wow, that's now not you're talking not a reprint, but a sequel. Man, Magic Realm. That's what I would like to see, a reimagining of the original Magic Realm. That would be my answer.
Oh, okay.
There you go. I think that works. Oh, hey, Travis. Wow. It's weird that he actually made one of these. Hi, Travis. All right. What are the dishes you use in your playthroughs? The whole player bits. Oh, those are actually, I don't think they sell them anymore, which
No.
makes me really sad. But they are, these. They are these from IKEA. They're votive holders. But there are 2 types. There are the deep ones, and you can actually see this better on Amanda's camera. Whoa. No, she's all fisheye like. Whoa. All right. But anyway, they're the deep ones, which we use when there are a lot of bits,
Right.
and the smaller ones
There's not a lot of bits.
when there's less bits. So yeah, but I don't think IKEA sells these anymore. They were $2 for like a 6-pack or a
It was
4-pack.
4, I think. Yeah, for $2. It was
Which,
crazy.
yeah, I was about to go buy 100 of these for giveaways. Not now.
Yep.
That's a bummer. Let's see. Le Havre sequel. What would that sequel comprise of? Like,
Delivering the goods?
instead of just like producing them.
Right.
Okay, so you pick them up, you put them on ships, and then
you
they.
deliver them.
Yeah, it's called Rhine River Trade,
Yeah,
right? So what's up with you guys tonight? Anything exciting going on? The rain has finally stopped, at least for a little bit. It's supposed to rain all week until Friday or Saturday for us. So suits my mood lately. Yeah, I was going to say 1989 would be a sequel
Yep.
for Twilight Struggle, right? Although I got to say, I'm not super keen on the battle. I forget the actual term of it, and I'm sure, Travis, you can correct me. You can say what it is, but the card play of when you're battling over a location in 1989. I'm not sold that I like that. I'm not sold that I don't, but I'm not sold that I like that. Like something that has more shipping requirements and insurance.
Oh, that's interesting.
So is it Siddarth? Is that how
Siddarth.
Siddarth? What do you do for a living, Siddarth? Are you in the insurance business? Where do we see heavy cardboard in a year? Whew. I hope I'm doing this full time because I'll be unemployed by then. Shit, I'll be unemployed by September, I have a feeling. So hopefully Heavy Cardboard can hire me. That would be good. So where do we see it? I see it putting out content probably 4 days a week. And assuming that I'm doing this full time, I think content 4 days a week in some form or fashion, be it video or podcast, is a realistic goal. Obviously, when we're traveling, conventions, stuff like that, are to be less. But yeah, that's where I say in 3 years, I never imagined that we would be here already in 3 years. So I can't even foresee 3 years out. I let me get full time and then get a feel for where things might be. So I can't really answer the 3-year part. Math grad student. All right, cool.
Siddarth. So you were right.
Bye, Kent. Hit and run.
Bye.
All right, we'll see you later. Bye. Yeah. So I am so laser focused, driven on just being able to build the brand and the show big and so I can do this full time. That in a year. Yep. Power Struggle cards. That's it. I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. I've only played 1989 once though, and enjoyed it. I mean, but I think the aspects that I liked about Twilight Struggle were the parts that I liked in 1989. So we'll see. We'll see once get that played more, which when I take my leave of absence later on this month, that's going to make a huge difference on how much we get to play, how much content we're making, etc., etc.
Have either of you both ever designed, or do you plan? No, we do not plan to design games. Neither one of us have any interest in that at all.
Nope, zero interest. Now, I found that I enjoy developing games, but that's not something that in fact, well, Jeff, you actually asked this and we're going to answer it in the podcast, that there's an artistry to designing games that I am a much more analytical brain, that I think that's why I'm good at dissecting games, and that's why I'm more attracted to reviewing than I am designing. Developing kind of has some of that in it, to where you're not breaking the game, but you're looking for places, asking questions,
right,
and trying to...
You're trying to break it, pretty much. Right?
Yeah, or at least find ways, what if we did this, that type thing. Whereas the actual putting the game together to begin with, that my brain doesn't work that way. It's not something that even interests me even a tiny bit. Cannot stand it, actually.
Same here.
No interest. So, yeah. We got a lot of questions to catch up in this episode, man. We have a ton. So our job is to just do it in one take, to where you just cut the front, cut the end, done.
That'd be fantastic.
All right. Deal. So we have a couple of the lights turned off, so it's not so warm in here. Since, I mean, not saying that y'all don't deserve the best lighting conditions, just figure there's a little bit more informal, and so that's why So I'm curious. So this actually, last night, the thank you video was the first time that we used the Electro Voices for video. How did that sound to y'all? The video, audio quality wise, I'm very curious on that. So Andrew, do we intend to keep our focus on older games? I will say this, that it's going to be a mix. It's probably going to follow the calendar based on what time of year it is. So what I mean by that is there's got to be a happy medium between helping build the base, and by that I mean expanding the reach of the videos. So to do that, you gotta keep up with some of the hotness at least.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, that's going to be heavy cardboard centric hotness, but there's still hotness that still, especially around from late summer through spring, is going to be focused mostly on the newer games, Essence stuff, that type thing. And then this time of year, and we got started late. We started in February.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a mix throughout, but it's going to be more new games in the later part of the year, early part of the year, and then the middle part of the year is going to be more older games. Yeah. Just because release schedules, the way that works, most of the games tend to come out around Essen, Gen Con, that type stuff, Origins, that type thing. All right. Oh, that's because her camera is right here. I crush your head. All right. So there you go. Yeah, no, I just got to be cognizant that to not do that. So I try and, more this way than less this way. So,
Bye,
yeah.
Travis.
All right. Oh, okay. Well, that was fun. All right. Bye. Have fun with the rule books. I would have wanted to know what rule books. Man. All right. So let's see, Jeff, have you or others in the Heavy Cardboard group done many print and plays of Age of Steam maps? No. Chad does a ton of those, actually, because the group in Kansas City actually designs a shit ton of them. Both Chad Deshawn from BoardGameTables.com, he's part of that group. He's actually bringing a prototype of a new Age of Steam map that he just designed, Detroit. So we're going to be playing that at HeavyCon. Ooh, news break. There you go. And then Kevin also, he's the one who designed the Heavy Cardboard map for Age of Steam. So those guys design a ton of Age of Steam maps. But as far as printing them, we haven't yet. Tony, well, when he played, non-18XX games, he did, and Chad does. But that's pretty much it.
Oh, John Company.
They refused Zombie Apocalypse because of the copyright. No kidding.
Oh, wow. Huh.
Wow. That's crazy, Jeff. Well, I mean, kudos on them for doing that.
Yeah, but I honestly would just try another one. Like, you probably got like a brand new person or something.
I would actually message on BGG the designer and ask him about that. If there's something like if he can put something on there on the picture,
That's
can be reproduced for personal use. So I would message him on BGG and see if he's willing to do that.
Very good idea.
I mean, the fact that he actually posted, hey, because of the Heavy Cardboard this and all the emails, I will allow that.
Right.
So I don't think you'll have a problem with it. That's cool, John Company. You were tweeting about that best rule book you've read or something like that. So I'm excited to see it. Very much so. What's a good railroad game to start with? Honestly, Paris Connection, SNCF.
Yeah.
I mean, it's railroads. I mean, it can be a 15-20 minute game, but it's fantastic for what it does. Age of Steam from there, and then work your way up from there.
Yeah.
That would be my
Yeah, so like SNCF, then maybe like Railways of the World, then Age of Steam, then Age of Steam maps.
Well, the fact that he says that he plays heavy Euros already.
Oh, then he doesn't need
Railways of the World. So SNCF, there's more depth there than it looks like, but I would say that, then Age of Steam, and then go on, there's always Chicago Express, German Railways, there's Locomotive Works, and all that stuff. So yeah, just don't be afraid of it. Get your feet wet.
Absolutely.
Jeff, he's in a meeting. Nice.
That's funny.
All right. Okay, cool. Or maybe just print that off and show, hey, he says that he's allowed. And yeah, maybe that'll work, Jared. Cool. All right. How did we like Guardians of the Galaxy 2? Also, were you excited as I was when Parliament's flashlight played in the credits? Two things. Amanda didn't see Guardians. She actually decompressed here at the house with all the guys out of the house. I really enjoyed it. I thoroughly did. I thought it was really good. More background on the characters, which I appreciated. And Rocket is still my favorite character in that.
I am Groot.
Yeah. And I had no idea that Vin Diesel was the voice of Baby Groot.
Yeah.
They just sped it up. So that was cool. It was funny. One thing that I appreciate with my friends. So it was me, Matt, and Sweater Mike that went. Credits started rolling. The three of us didn't move. Half the theater got up to leave.
That's
Nobody even
fantastic.
flinched. And we got to see all the outtakes and all the stuff at the end. So that was cool. That was good. And Parliament's flashlight, no idea what that is. I am not a huge like Marvel fanboy. I've never read a comic book in my life or a graphic novel. We have The Watchmen. I want to read it. I just haven't made the time. So I'm ignorant on that. So sorry. Gary says the Cole Worley interview was fantastic. Do you guys have more interviews planned like that in the future? Number one, thank you. Number two, you're right. I did kind of kill it.
Yes,
That was,
yes.
hold on. I shouldn't say I did. That was all Cole. I just kind of guided him. I just let him, pulled the string and let him go.
Yeah, well,
and
that's a
stayed
good
out of his
interviewer.
way.
That's a good interviewer, though.
I think so. So I find I'm good at that aspect, and I tried to get out of my own way as best I could. I have a hard time when I listen to my interviews, like the stuff that I did at Essen. I'm literally listening to it and telling myself out loud, dude, will you just shut the fuck up and let them talk? They're not here to listen to you. It's all about whoever you're interviewing. So I'm working on that, and I think I did a better job with Cole. As far as do we have more of those planned? Yes. Do we have any lined up officially? No, but there's pretty much not a designer out there that I don't want to talk to. So as we travel around to different conventions, we're going to get publishers and designers. And the only problem is at conventions, I don't know how well we can do long form stuff like what
Yeah.
we did, but what we can do is schedule them, touch base with them, meet them, and be like, hey,
Skype later or whatever.
right. Now, it also helped that Cole had some audio recording equipment. He actually recorded on a Zoom, which is our handy-dandy little mobile one that we have as well. So they might not all sound that good audio quality-wise, but yeah, I thought that was pretty much the pinnacle of my interviewing. I felt like I was real proud of that. I was really excited afterwards. And I was like, wait till you hear it. And so Amanda wasn't home even when I
Yeah,
interviewed him. So she heard it first
While I was
time.
editing, and I was so excited for everybody else to hear it after that.
Cool. All right. Oh, all right. Well, cool. Glad you guys are able to answer those questions. Good. All right. Cool. Well, just the important thing to remember, Kyle, is they listen to you on your show all the other times. This is not that episode. Ask a question, point them in a direction, let them go. If they get off topic, kind of guide them back a little bit.
Yeah.
At least that's what's intuitive to me. Let's put it that way. So what else y'all got? What other questions? There are... here's a teaser, and I'll be mean. There are 2 games that we are going to announce reprints for at HeavyCon. Worldwide debut announcement at HeavyCon. How you like that for a teaser? I've had to sit on one of them for over a year. Another one I've had to sit on for about 6 weeks.
Am I happy that there'll be some more ladies at HeavyCon? Honestly, I don't really care. That doesn't bother me one way or the other.
Yeah, you're weird like that. And by weird, I mean you're just one of the guys when it comes to the group. Like, so some of the more sensitive folks that are out there in the Twitterverse that are, pro equality. Not like anybody's not, right? I mean,
Right.
like we're some big bad ogres, but we just don't run into the issues that a lot of those
No,
people run into.
Like, there's people that will talk about how they will get hit on while walking to the walking from the gas station, pumping to like pay for it or something, and I'm like, no, like I guess my resting bitch face helps. 'Cause I look like I want to murder someone all the time.
That's
but
fair.
But other than that, no, I don't have that trouble. So I honestly usually would rather be around men just because I don't usually have to do the small talk. Women want the small talk, and I don't do the small talk very well. And so, yeah.
She doesn't.
Nope.
So, note for those coming to HeavyCon, don't small talk Amanda. Yeah, sorry about that. You will hear about them from HeavyCon. You will hear about them that episode. Actually, we will record that before HeavyCon starts, and we'll release it during HeavyCon. So, sorry about that, y'all.
Yeah, I don't do girl time. I do alone time.
Yep.
Me, myself, and I.
And that's why she didn't go to the movies
Yeah.
with us. She just wanted to decompress by herself. So that works out.
I'm an INFJ. I don't need other people. I have him. I'm good.
So what else y'all got? I'm trying to think what else can we tease? All right, let's see. Gerard, that's a good question. So for those of you that are new to these chats, we tend to be more free about topics than we would publicly. So with that in mind, we feel it's a safer environment in which we can talk about this stuff. But there are four streams of income that we feel that we need for me to be able to do this full time. I mean, I don't make a ton in my day job. I made $42,000 last year, not a ton. So I need to realistically, Heavy Cardboard needs to make $60,000 to $65,000 total gross for me to be able to justify doing this for a living. So how do we do that? And that kind of what other income streams. And so it kind of adds all that as one big question. So number one, first and foremost, Patreon. That's the biggest one that we have, far and away. Number two is the sponsors. We have two sponsors right now. We have Game Surplus, which has been around since Christ was a corporal, and we have BoardGameTables.com. And we aren't really actively yet, but I do want a third, and I want a second one for the YouTube channel. I don't feel like it's going to be too commercial. I mean, we do a little blurb each episode, so we're thinking if we could get 2 and 2 or 3 and 2 or something like that, that would be enough. So that would be income stream number 2. The third one is getting publishers and / distributors to pay for live streams. The way I see that is they're not paying for reviews. We're not reviewing the game. We are teaching the game and we're playing the game. And so there's a clear delineation between what we do on the YouTube channel and what we do in the podcast. Podcasts are reviews. We'll never ask to be paid. We will never accept payment. And I know there's a big argument out there about, oh, you are getting paid in the form of a review copy. Sorry, but our time is worth a whole lot more than a $60 or $100 game. So no, our payment is the game for the review. Nobody has ever once tried to influence our reviews. That said, the getting paid for the playthroughs, that's something that we're wanting to have happen. For new games, not obvious, like Dominant Species, we're not going to expect GMT to, that type thing. And also doing a like distributor bit, like doing something. And this is something that we actually have a question for you guys is, what is something that we could do if we were to get in with a distributor? What's something that we could do that would make it worth it to them? The only way I know how to describe this is if you're familiar with Man vs. Meeple, they do a GTS thing to where like, hey, here's the whole list of games, and they have a little ticker that runs at the bottom. And they say, these are the games that are coming out from GTS. The ones we're going to talk about are the ones we're excited about. That type thing. So it's a paid thing, but it's also a genuine, hey, this is what we're looking forward to. And so something along those lines, but we can't quite
put 2 and 2 together yet.
Yeah, we can't figure out what would make it different. So something like that, if that answers that question. The fourth one, and this is the biggie, running a Kickstarter. We have a very rough outline, and that's why we actually have the Kickstarter brain. What do we call it? It's in the Slack, brainstorming.
Oh, brainstorming.
So that's where you guys can give ideas, both for rewards we can give, as well as, like stretch goals and what can we offer. And we have a pretty good list of stuff so far, but always wanting more, because in a perfect world, don't know if this is going to happen, but in a perfect world, we run a Kickstarter in September. And if that makes $25,000 a year or in the first year, then I quit my job at that point if I'm not already not working.
Right.
So those are the 4 streams that we are focused on as far as growing. Yeah. So what do y'all think about that? I'm curious. Yeah,
Ask
totally.
Cameo.
Oh, hey. Hey, buddy. Can y'all see him?
Yep.
Yeah, there we go. All right. Hi. Oh. You have doggy breath. All right. So what do y'all think of that? I'm waiting 20 seconds for it. Sorry for the bad delay tonight. Don't know why it is. So sorry about that. Hey, let it go. Go lay down. Go. Go. There you go. So yeah, you guys can see that we already have to change this. I think it's 168 now. I saw one more. Party Horn Elephant, by the way. All right, so Jared said, did we get compensated by Roxley for the brass playthroughs? The Lancashire, no. The Birmingham, in theory, we haven't yet, but we'll see. So it's been a few days and we haven't heard from them, so I'm a little concerned, but ultimately I'm not.
Well, their Kickstarter's right about to end.
Yeah,
too.
so I'm not sweating that right now. But yeah, in theory we did. And that's why actually you saw the slide. In fact, here, I'll show you. Is it that one? Yeah, that's why you saw that on there along with this. All right, so that's why we had that up there. So I'm curious, do you think that's good enough for the playthroughs? Now, this being the first one that we were, in theory, compensated for, is that enough of a disclaimer, or should we, because we didn't actually mention it, do we need
I
to?
think it might be kind of funny to do, how those at the beginning of movies, you have the red screen with the disclaimer. We could have that, like disclaimer really huge, and then just a bunch of weird crap, just randomly, just some silly paragraph written, and then at the bottom be like, we were compensated for this playthrough or something.
I don't know.
I think that would be funny.
Gerard, let's see. So beyond Patreon, we should move our purchasing to Game Surplus as much as we can. That is entirely up to you. We're genuine in all our ads for them that customer service-wise, you're not going to be beat. Mm-hmm. They're not going to be the lowest price one. Plain and simple. They can't compete in some ways with cool stuff, miniature market, stuff like that. But if helping out the smaller guy and the customer service matters to you, then yeah, maybe if not do all of it, at least some. I mean, obviously we want that. We're Carmen and Elaine are friends of ours, and so obviously we want to support them as well. So yes, but that's entirely up to you guys. But yeah, it would be cool to see not just that it helps our show, but also that it helps them. You know what I mean? I mean, because they're good
Killing
people,
two
and we
birds with one stone.
Thank
by
you.
helping.
Yes, exactly. Right. Exactly. Yes. Oh, I understand the not buying a table then for regarding
yeah. $5 billion.
But I will say this: if any of y'all do buy a table from BoardGameTables.com, please mention us. Please. They are working on getting us actually a coupon code that will maybe be $100 off or something like that, to where they can actually track how much we're actually helping, because we know that we're helping some, but how much?
Don't know how much.
Right. So yeah, that would be awesome. That is a good idea, and I will actually make a note of that. GEA bundle. Good call. Let's see. We live in a commercial world. Do whatever you want that produces revenue. Don't be a holdout. Now, to our defense, we have said no to publishers to sponsoring the show. And we talked about this on the Slack channel, actually, that it's a ethical issue that we don't want to cross.
No.
We keep getting hounded by one publisher that really wants to sponsor the show, and we really have said no about that because we don't want there to be any even
semblance,
appearance, of a conflict of
No.
a conflict of interest. So definitely. JCL. Wow, he is a piece of work. Anyway, let's see. From a viewer stance, so as long as you are upfront about it, such with those slides or a disclaimer, cool. All right, cool. So I guess to be clear, was the slide enough? The fact that it says brought to you by Roxley. I mean, isn't that implied right there? Isn't that pretty clear?
Would be to me. That's why I made it that way. But
yeah, I think so too. But is that enough? Let's see, Eric. Game Surplus has a featured on. Yeah, we're working on that. They wanted to get the new website rolled out. They are working on getting something like that, and like we'll have like little clips, or either the video hosted there, or if we've done a playthrough, or having like a quote. Like, wow, one of the most amazing games of 2014, right. or something like that.
Or whatever episode it was talked about in, things like that.
Right. So they're going to do something like that on Game Surplus because we want to help them. I mean, obviously it helps our show as well, but we really want to help them, make it worth their while. And the bigger they are, the better it is for all concerned, right? There was concern that you weren't open enough. No, Brad, there wasn't. We're asking, is that obvious enough? Is that enough of a disclaimer? Or is it muddled? I guess we're asking.
What Todd just said is really good.
Didn't notice the Roxley logo slide, but it was pretty obvious that it was tied to the campaign simply because you had a prototype. Okay. All right. That makes sense.
You've got a prototype. There's a Kickstarter going and the designers and publishers are in chat. That's pretty good indication.
Right. And seriously, how cool was that Vital was in there arguing with Matt Tolman about the rail, when you can take loans and stuff, and that being changed. I thought that was just cool. I wasn't totally focused on what they were doing or the game. I was kind of bouncing between, and Vital, really it's Vital's favorite game. I think that's really, really cool. And it made for interesting viewing after the fact for those that, make it through the whole 4 hours or whatever. Which, do people really watch the whole 4 hours?
Well, we actually got a contact us form request thing from heavycardboard.com today where a guy said that he missed the Birmingham contest because it took him 3 days to watch it with all of the rewinding.
So that was cool. That's cool. Hey, Michael. Hello. Yeah, it made for interesting talk, I think, for sure. Speaking of which, we need to actually do the drawing for that. So I'll actually jump on Periscope and do that while you're getting this set back up to finish the episode. So in other words, the episode's going to be released tomorrow night, not tomorrow morning, just FYI. Big Ask the Elephant. We are completely caught up unless somebody has asked it in the last 2 hours. We will be completely caught up with all the Ask the Elephant questions. Let's see. That's cool. All right. So people really are. We're too sensitive to not appear to being partial. You establish the brand as being impartial. Sure, you get labeled as sellout, but your actions. I would prefer to not. I would like to delay that as long as possible. If it's one thing to be able to do it full time, meaning we're making enough money, and obviously we're having to not sell out, but we're having to get income from different areas. So I would prefer to be very careful on the sellout thing. I mean, we already have people complaining, not many, mind you, that we're too commercialized. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
we have
really?
the ads are just too much.
And who? Really? Really? I bet you're also one not giving to the Patreon.
Yeah.
Anyway.
This is Edward about that.
Yeah. Yeah, I spool up a lot more, at home than you guys I let on publicly, which Herm Edwards, don't hit send, right? So, yeah, I can't either.
Sid Hearth.
Sid Hearth, thank you. She saw me struggling. I wouldn't be able to do it 4 hours live. Now, I'm running it. That's one thing. But actually just sitting there watching it, yeah, I don't think I could either. So God bless you all that do. We really appreciate it. So that's cool. All right. Will we do a video on Indonesia? Yes, Ross, we will. Probably in June, actually. In fact, I can promise you in June we will do that. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Plus, we have a giveaway. We have a copy of Indonesia to give away. The copy that we will be playing, actually, we will be giving away. So be sure to watch that. But we will let everyone know ahead of time for sure. That is so true. So I don't know if you guys saw, but in Slack, I was like, really? So our buddy, and by that I mean sarcastic, JC Lawrence, attributed my post in the guild for the thank you video as clickbait. Really, dude? Really? And then I deleted his comment, and he was like, well, what it was the epitome of clickbait. And I'm like, you don't go into our guild,
right,
in our forum, on a thank you to our supporters thread and, thread crap all over. Just don't be that guy. Don't do that.
That's who he is, though.
Golly. So we have conversations about him every couple of weeks, me and Paul Chad on the phone. What can you do? All right. The special game version of Indonesia? Special game? Yeah, if you're talking about the giveaway, then yes. Yeah. Yeah, that's the whole feel that we want behind it's game day with heavy cardboard. We want anybody that's watching to feel like they're a part of it. Eventually, we want to get it to where, like, I'm playing someone, a viewer. We pick somebody, be it a patron or somebody, right, who they are in the chat and they're telling me what moves I'm going to be making, and I'm playing them for the whole game. And I think that would be fun, to where it'd be mindless for me. Then I could just follow the chat, right, and just I'm basically I'm the puppet, yeah, and they're pulling the strings. Yep. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I think that'd be really cool. It might be it, Todd, but anyway, it's not worth my time, so I'm just not going to sweat it. I deleted it. I told him why, and he griped at me about it being the epitome of clickbait. Okay, well, if you don't like it, I can keep deleting, so just stop. Anyway. Yeah, and that's good. I'm glad to hear that the interaction with the Peanut Gallery is a draw. There were actually, in the contest that we did, we had 100 and...
It was 109 the last I saw, and I know we got more after that.
Okay, yeah. I want to say it's about 130 entries. There were like 2 people that were like, yeah, it was a little distracting. And I wish you guys would just play serious. And I'm like, no, I think the pros outweigh the cons. And I think I did a better job of not interrupting players' thoughts too much with chat. So I'm getting better on that. The other thing that I'm going to push y'all for, and by y'all I mean Amanda and everyone else playing, is I don't want to dominate the entire conversation like I feel like I do in most of the live streams. I want you guys to carry it some more as well. I think that would be good, to where it's not just me droning on and on and on and on.
Okay.
All right. That's a good point, actually. So what Todd says about have a PAX, but there's a lot of So there's a lot of small font on there. So when we get our table, which should be before HeavyCon or right at HeavyCon, we're going to wait to do the playthrough for PAX Renaissance till then, because we're going to have card holders, and we're going to try and position at least one camera on someone's cards. And so we actually will have a fifth camera in that case, or we use the Tableau camera up there to be able to zoom in on my hand of cards or someone's hands of cards and try and position it to where that'll work, to where that'll make it a little bit more easy to follow, I think. So we're going to have to play around a little bit with that, but that's something that's one of the reasons we're getting this table, was the card holders and all that. So really, really excited for that. Let's see. Any chance to do a Concordia playthrough? Absolutely, we will. No, I mean, hell, we did playthroughs of Trick of the Rails. We did playthroughs of Atten.
Yep.
So the weight of the playthrough
Does not
matters
matter.
zero. We're going to be doing a Forbidden Stars playthrough. We're eventually going to do probably War of the Ring. So the weight of the playthroughs, again, podcast is one animal. Videos are another, meaning the podcast is going to stay medium heavy, and the playthroughs will be the playthroughs.
Yeah.
Right?
Be games.
Yeah, just any game that we think, hey, yeah, let's do this. Or that you guys, if there's demand for it. I think that, yeah, so absolutely we will be looking to do between now and Gen Con, we're still going to be focusing more on either older games, a mix of older games, Golden Elephant Award finalists, as well as Essen games from last year. Once Gen Con starts up, as games come out, basically, we're going to start going into more of the hotness, because that's going to help get the name out there more, and then transition back after a few months after Essen to back to older games. So yes, we are going to revisit all of those. Michael, maybe that on High Frontier, some of the games that people are requesting us do are 6, 8, 10-hour games. Now, I'm not saying High Frontier is one of those. My point is, we have to be able to stream it. You know what I mean? And some of the real long ones, it makes it tough, because maybe we do them over 2 sessions. I don't know, but yeah. So
That's a hard one to figure out what to do.
right. Let's see. I wish I could do the live portion of live playthroughs. Okay, cool. Good to hear, Ross. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Some people really did not like the fact that we used the fancy bits from Matt, because they didn't show up as well, they said. So, all right, our bad. And that's one of the things that we want to stress, John. Here he's don't think you exactly want a serious game, because then people won't talk about what they're doing. And and that's why none of us, well, okay, there are 1 or 2 in our group that tend to take the playthroughs. They're trying to win. I mean, obviously we're all trying to win, but I am really not focused at all on winning. I'm just trying to focus on, is everything technically working? Is everybody following the rules? Are we missing anything? And then, oh yeah, I got to take my turn. So that's why I'm pretty serious when I say don't bet on me to win those, because I got a lot on my plate, and trying to win the game is the least concerning thing that I have there.
The least of your worries is winning.
Michael, yes. Don't be jealous until it's here. Once it's here, then be all the jealous. Okay.
Have all of the jealous.
Yeah. And hey, if you guys are ever in Denver, you're more than welcome to come on over and check it out and play. So, I mean, Scotty's down in Centennial. He can't be bothered to come up. I'm just saying. All right.
Well, he'll see us in like 2 weeks, so he doesn't care.
Yeah, that's a fair point too. Be interesting for you to declare a specific strategy for each player in a couple videos, and we can follow how it goes for you. Huh. Hold on. Like preconceived, let's see, preconceived strategy. All right. players. Good idea. All right. Cool. All right. Oh, hey, Andrew. I hope the root canal was not miserable. What is it with teeth things?
I don't know. I was just feeling it with my tongue. I had to have
Filling.
a filling fixed that cracked, and they had to get the cavity underneath the filling and refill it all. And so I've got like a knot where they put the shot, and
But you're not all swole up, though.
I was, though.
Yeah.
You didn't see it.
No.
I was like this. And my whole entire face was numb, and I couldn't talk for like 3 hours. But now my jaw just hurts from having to have it held open for so long with that. And I don't really like the dentist, so they had the bite thing in the back, and I'm like chomping down and like really gritting because I don't want to be there. And so yeah, my jaw hurts.
But was it
a long way away of saying my jaw hurts?
Was it as bad as you thought it would be?
No.
All right.
Because Dr. Archibald. Awesome.
Yep. Told you. All right. Get your colonist review out. We are next week. I think that's next week, isn't it? I think so.
Next week or the week after.
Yeah. Obviously, some of the Golden Elephant Award finalists their reviews are going to have to come, and playthroughs are going to come out after HeavyCon, after the winner's announced, which is kind of a bummer, but logistics.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody else that runs a convention, has their own award, and does live streams and a
reviews.
podcast.
I think that would just be us.
Seriously, when you stop and look at it that way, this is insane what we do, man. This is nuts, right? So I forget that it is kind of a lot of shit that we do. I really do. And if you guys have seen the Amanda and Matt are monster troopers, as well as everybody else. Don't get me wrong, in our group, but seriously, let me be very candid. If you guys have seen the Nathaniel Ratliff video,
I shall never get old or something.
Yeah, go watch that. I feel like Nathaniel Ratliff. I'm a bit of a slave driver, and by a bit I mean I really, really am. I can be, because I push everybody as hard as I push myself, and that's not always the right way to go about doing things. So. Huge kudos to Amanda and Matt specifically, and then also Ash, who takes the brunt of my stress because he won't shut up right before we go live.
Like right when, because how he shows his nervousness is he just
and hey Ash, do me a favor. Yeah, sure. Hey, what? Shut the fuck up. Yeah, that please. Just okay. Quiet. But yeah, everybody has been really awesome.
But yeah, watch that video, and the drummer at the end is me.
So yeah, it really is pretty amazing. We run a weekly podcast. We do multiple live streams a week, most weeks. We did 11 in one weekend, which is insane. We have our own convention. So live streams, the podcast, and the convention. This is stupid. Yeah. Anyway, wow. All right. And Colonish, yes, it's coming soon. All right. Let me catch back up. Sorry. I would consider Forbidden Stars medium heavy. Cool. Good. All right. Twilight Imperium, not going to happen. Let's see. What are the games of the month? They are Brass for Friday, whatever Brass people feel like playing. And then it's PAX Renaissance for Mondays. Oh, yeah. There you go. It's still going. Still going. All the brasses. All your brass belongs to us. All right. Hearing people discuss their strategy out loud, part of the value. Right. And anybody that's taking it serious, you can't have these discussions out loud and be serious about because, oh, wait, you're doing that? Here, let me thwart you. Come on. Yeah. Anyways. Wow, a lot of dentist stuff going on. Sorry to hear that, Gerard. All right. Oh, they didn't do the root canal. Temporary filling. That sounds painful. I, knock on wood, I've never had a cavity. I've never had anything wrong with my teeth.
He has teeth like a horse.
Of course, Mr. Ed comments soon to come. All right.
In 20 seconds.
Right. Let's see.
Yeah, I have health insurance now. For the time being.
Oh, right. The top 10s are top. Jeff, quit asking questions when you ask them for the podcast. I'm not going to answer your questions. I answered one. That's it. You're going to have to wait until tomorrow night to get the others. Tough shit. Ash, and let me explain. Everybody that we've had on the live streams, awesome people. Legitimate. I mean, like, Sweater Mike, give you the shirt off his back.
He would the sweater off of his back.
If you would.
Right.
Ash is amazing.
He would too.
And Ash is going through a rough go, as you guys saw. His ex-wife is some piece of work. So, obviously, Matt and Amanda, I've already talked about you guys being amazing troopers. Brian, the best thing. Oh, speaking of which, here's a little little hidden thing or a secret. Is so some of the guys say that he looks like the guy from the Hero Quest reviews.
The best thing about Hero Quest.
Yeah, the best thing about Hero Quest is the tiny furniture. So he's actually going to do one of those, though, but for dominant species.
He's been working on a script for months.
It's awesome. So I cannot wait. So we're going to film that and host that on our channel. I can't wait. That's going to be awesome. So any chance for an Arkwright playthrough? Yes. I will promise that before my leave of absence ends. So by late June, we will have that. I know I keep promising it, but I promise you guys. All right, Gary? Let's see. What's the idea behind the games of the month? As in, what do you do with the games of the month? Is it just games you play in your... Okay, so we have 3 game days. We have Monday and Friday, our individual game of the months, but all those people are a part of our main game group, which is Saturdays. And Saturday is you call it plus what do we need to play for the show. Then for the month, whatever for Mondays is a subset of those people, and Fridays is a subset of those people. And it's everybody nominates 1 or 2 games. We all go and vote for all the people that are going to attend that month. And what are we going to play this month? And we play it every Monday. And so Monday was PAX Renaissance. Friday is Brass. What are we going to play? We're playing Brass every Friday for the month of May, outside of HeavyCon, obviously. And if we then the last week of the month, we decide as a group, hey, do we want to continue playing this into the next month, or do we vote on a new game? And it's a way to get games that not require, but that blossom, which is most of them, from repeated plays, as opposed to just one and dones on Saturdays sometimes. So that's the concept behind it, and it's going pretty well overall. People, leave town for a little bit and they'll miss weeks here and there, and some people aren't interested in the game that whatever got voted in, so they skip that month or whatever, but they still come on Saturdays. So that's it. Yeah, Ash is going. But he's a trooper, and he appreciates our game days because and he was here Monday. It's a way to escape. So it's good to see. Brian reminds you of Patrick Rothfuss. I don't know. Do you know who that is? I don't. I will put that up in Slack or put a link here, and I will look who that is. What games have ever run for 2 months? None yet. We've had one game end early, which we actually talk about this episode, which was Ave Roma. Nobody was really motivated to play that game after the first week. 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
2.
Yeah, 2 weeks. And we were all like, I think we're okay with that.
That's the good thing about it is if we all agree,
we'll just play something else. Yeah. Cool. All right. So winding down, a couple more questions and that's it. I'm a big dumb Marine. I is not well read.
Whatever.
King Killer Chronicles. Oh, you know what that is?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just don't know what he looks like.
Okay. Brian, apparently. All right. Cool. All right. Anything else before we call it a night? Since we got started a little late, I'm running a little long, so sorry about that. We really did start the stream.
We started at 6.
Yeah, but it just took forever to actually fire up. So that's why it's such a big delay tonight. Weird. Don't know why. Let him in, please. How many player? It ranges. Friday nights tend to be more than Mondays. We've had as many as 10 or 12 on Fridays. As little as like 5 or 6 on Mondays. So somewhere in that range. So some nights it can be as few as 4. But usually it's like 6 to 12 is that range. What are we looking forward to playing at HeavyCon? You go.
I'm looking forward to being around High Frontier. Like, I'm gonna.
No, you're gonna play it.
No, I'm not.
Why?
We've had this discussion. I'm going to be around while you're learning it, and maybe learn it a little bit. But no, I'm not gonna play it.
Well, so what are you looking forward to playing, Amanda? All right.
Nothing really springs to mind. I'm just looking forward to just people want to play a game, we'll sit down and play it. That's just, that's what we do for 4 days.
For me, High Frontier, I would like to try and get Pericles to the table if possible. Democker. Yep, I think that's it. I think those are those are the main ones that I'm really, really looking forward to. So, any concern about long-term gaming fatigue? Not for me. Really not. Especially like we're talking about if and when I go and do this full time. I really don't fear it because it's something that I'm driven about, and it's just it. What happens to me is if I play the same game over and over and over and over and over, I burn out of that game.
Yeah.
I don't burn out of the hobby.
No, you don't burn out of gaming. You burn out of that game.
Right. And there's a reason we got rid of Glory to Rome.
Yeah, same here. Like the very first game of the month that we did years ago was Planet
Steam, yep.
And I got so sick of that game, but I didn't get sick of playing games.
So yeah, no concern on my end. I've been hitting this pretty hard for 4 years, and I can always take a day or two off from gaming.
Exactly.
It's really, which is normal. So it's not something I'm too terribly concerned about. We appreciate it, Michael. Thank you. I'm glad you guys enjoy them. I enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
I like to talk. I have a podcast. You may have heard of it. So I enjoy it. Yeah, I dig it. Since I know you like the Canucks, go Oilers. Tonight's game 7, right? So I just want to see a good game. The Canucks were an abortion this year. Not as bad as the Avs, but yeah, looking forward to checking that out tonight. Once we're done recording. And we appreciate it, guys. Gary, thank you. Mm-hmm. So, okay, on a serious note, the money, awesome. Keep doing that, please, because that helps. That aside, as important, equally as important as the money that you guys donate through Patreon is just spreading the word. Reddit, BGG, Facebook, face-to-face, your friends, your game groups. Twitter,
anywhere. Local game stores. Anywhere.
Everywhere. That, I would actually argue, that is more important to us than $5 or $10 a month. That doesn't mean stop. Don't get me wrong. But it's just the growth of the show. You guys know I hustle, and hustle not like, scamming, hustle as in work my ass off to build the brand.
Always hustling around.
Right. And so that is really, really a huge help. Just massive help. And spread, not only spreading the word of the show, but spreading the word of the Patreon. Both of those things are a huge thing, because if you, it's simple math, right? If you tell 10 people and 2 people give to Patreon, but 5 people subscribe, that's a massive reach. That's a 500% reach that we just got from one person. Right. So it's a massive thing. That is, and I'm not trying to, I don't know. Some people call it begging. It's not that. It's just a call to action. Just, spreading the word is just so, so important. So thank you. And the video that we posted, that we recorded last night. That, yes, you guys know that. You guys, but it doesn't mean we are going to stop talking and saying thank you. So seriously, that has been amazing. No, Brad, he is not. I will.
He said he would contact us the week of it. He didn't say.
But
Way
it doesn't mean
prior.
we can't. Good call, though, Brian, on that. Dumacher, yes, awesome. Wow, I'm behind. All right, let's see. How bad is the Valley Games version? It's not bad. It's not. There's one of the, or two of the different, I can't think of the word, the cards,
The political cards?
Yeah, but-
Square tomatoes?
yeah,
Those cards.
brain cramp. Two of them look similar, but they're different. You can just put like a red sticker on
Yeah.
one that shows, oh, this one's different. And by sticker, I mean the sleeve. But no, if you get a chance for either version, get it. All right. Oh, hey Mo.
Thanks, Mo.
You need to answer me on the banners. All right. All right. Let's see. That's awesome. Thank you, Gerard. We appreciate that. It's like a pyramid scheme where everybody wins. Yes.
Yes.
Wait, we're doing it wrong. No. No. All right.
And Todd, there's you can go to heavycardboard.com and go to the store. and
No.
sign up
No.
there.
He's saying, where are we?
Oh, my bad. I completely misread that. We are at 8.
Here's the thing. For those that are coming to HeavyCon, if you want a hoodie, you need to let us know tonight through the store. Put in an order. It's $10. You can pay the balance at HeavyCon. If you are not coming to HeavyCon and you want it, you need to put your order in tonight, because of the fact that we're ordering these in the next 24, 36 hours for everybody. And it's a lot of money for us to shell out because we're broke because of this. So we just need everybody to be able to pay immediately once we have them made. That's the only thing. We will front it, but that's it. All right. Cool. All right. So thanks for stopping in, guys. We really appreciate it. The other live chat for the $20 and up is actually going to be tomorrow. We're going to bust all these out in 1 week. This way, when HeavyCon ramps up,
Yes.
we don't forget about you guys.
Yes.
So, not forget about, but I don't want it to get pushed aside is the point. So thanks again for the support. Everything that we said last night is very, very true in that video.
Truly is.
You guys know that, but we're still going to stress it. So thank you for the support. Thank you for spreading the word. And thanks for helping make my workday suck less with the patron, with the Slack channel. I spend way too much time in that thing. Amanda ends up muting it because she's like, I have to work,
Yeah.
people.
Like, seriously, I have to turn off my ringer, and yeah.
Yes, I am coming. We are going to WBC this year and planning on some of the tournaments, maybe, now that Dominant Species is out, which I'm pissed about. How do you use Dominant Species, one of the top 5 games in existence, not have somebody to... I'm pissed off about that. Anyway, open gaming for sure. Maybe some tournaments. I haven't looked a whole lot yet, but I will after HeavyCon. Things slow down at that point. So awesome. Yep.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks a lot, everybody. Ken, you need to come to more game days.
Yes, please.
Scotty, if you you're more than welcome to coming up here tomorrow if you're going to be around. I'll be home after 3. Yeah, seriously, she
Yeah,
is.
that was
That's awesome.
awesome.
So yeah, that was pretty cool. I had no idea either. So that was cool.
Rob said he used to use it all the time before you did UTC because he was too lazy to figure it out.
By the way, y'all need to really listen close to the Broken Token giveaway announcement this episode that comes out tomorrow. That's all I'm going to say. Okay? All right. Catch y'all later. Thanks a lot, guys. We'll see y'all next month. We'll see you at HeavyCon
Yeah.
or next month.
Yeah.
All right? Cool. Later, guys.
Bye.